Hi Wisdom Wave Enthist. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Growth Mindset Company. Today we will talk about one of the basic concepts of construction industry, understanding contract types and delivery methods. Please feel free to post any of the comments or questions or queries in the comment section. Without further ado, let's continue with the topic. In the realm of construction, the age-old design bid build approach is predominant. In this method, the design and construction stages are distinctly separate. The owner spearheads the design phase and only delves into a construction contract after finalizing the design. This step-by-step method entails choosing a contractor via a competitive bidding process, where a comprehensive design is presented. The subsequent construction contract mandates the contractor to faithfully execute the owner's design, adhering strictly to the provided specifications and drawings. On the other hand, the owner might lean towards the design-build strategy, where the contractor also dons the hat of a designer. Here, both design and construction responsibilities are unified under a single contract with one primary contractor. In the design-build realm, the emphasis is on meeting performance criteria rather than prescribing exact methods to attain the desired result. Once the construction contract is in place, the contractor enjoys considerable latitude to craft an efficient design that aligns with the stipulated performance benchmarks. A subset of the design-build approach is the engineering, procurement, and construction (EPC) or the turnkey model. This model is geared towards transferring a larger chunk of responsibilities, project oversight, and associated risks to the contractor. The essence of EPC turnkey contracts is to create a singular accountability point, covering the spectrum of engineering and design tasks, procuring essential equipment and materials, and culminating in the construction of a ready-to-use facility. After settling on the delivery method, the owner's next task is to pinpoint the right contract type. This choice is intrinsically linked to the overarching payment and pricing framework of the transaction. Broadly, contract types fall into two main buckets: fixed-price contracts and cost reimbursement contracts. These contracts span a spectrum, from firm fixed-price ones, where the contractor shoulders the brunt of the cost risk and is wholly accountable for performance costs and the ensuing profit or loss, to cost-plus fixed-fee contracts. In the latter, the owner holds onto the cost risk, while the contractor's responsibility for performance costs is limited, and the agreed-upon fee, profit, remains static. Nestled between these two poles are a variety of hybrid contract types, with the remeasurement type serving as a balanced middle path in terms of pricing and payment modalities.
In the construction world, three primary contract types stand out: fixed price, lump sum, remeasurement, and cost plus. Fixed price or lump sum contracts. Here, the contractor is promised a set amount, agreed upon beforehand, once they've met all their contractual duties. The contract clearly states this amount, and payments are made in pre-decided phases. The contractor shoulders the risks related to both the quality of work and the cost. For a contractor to enter such a contract, they must pledge to finish the entire project for a specific amount. This means they need a clear grasp of all upcoming duties and the ability to set a price for them during the tendering process. If there's a lot of uncertainty during this phase, the contractor might have to add a considerable markup to their tender price. While these contracts give the owner more predictability in costs, they also necessitate a thorough preparation of tender documents. Remeasurement contracts. In this setup, during the tendering process, the contractor provides a fixed price for each work item, based on the owner's projected quantities. As the work progresses, the completed work is measured. The contractor's payment is then calculated by multiplying these measurements with the contractor's set price for each item. Here, while the employer takes on the risk of quantity, the contractor deals with the pricing risk. Cost-plus contracts. Under this framework, the owner bears the brunt of the cost risk, and the contractor is compensated for their expenses, which includes overheads and profit. These contracts are more adaptable since they don't demand complete information during the tender phase. However, this adaptability can lead to more price unpredictability for the owner. Such contracts are especially beneficial when the work's scope isn't clearly outlined at the tender stage or when there's uncertainty about the labor, materials, and equipment needed to fulfill the owner's needs. However, a significant drawback is the high administrative costs, as there's a need for detailed and verifiable records of all the contractor's time and resources spent on the project.
Next, we talk about standard form contract. Standard contracts, often referred to as standard forms of contracts, are a staple across various industries. Their primary appeal lies in their ability to cut down costs. This cost saving comes in two forms. Firstly, by eliminating the expenses associated with drafting a new contract from scratch, and secondly, by reducing uncertainties regarding the contract's contents. The construction industry, in particular, has a rich history of using standard form contracts. These contracts offer several benefits, such as reduced transaction costs and a clear, consistent set of terms. Historically, professional institutions have been publishing standard contracts for domestic construction since the 19th century. For instance, in 1888, the American Institute of Architects, IA, released their inaugural standard contract. This was soon followed by the Royal Institute of British Architects in 1903. On the international front, the International Federation of Consulting Engineers, FIDIC, introduced the first standard contract in 1957. Opting for a standard form of contract in construction comes with a plethora of advantages. They're versatile, catering to a range of projects and client needs. They encapsulate established industry customs and practices. Over time, these contracts have been refined, giving parties confidence in their reliability. They ensure a balanced distribution of risks among involved parties. In competitive bidding scenarios, they offer a consistent pricing foundation, eliminating concerns about unforeseen expenses. Contractors can offer more competitive prices as they don't need to account for risks tied to interpreting unique contracts or specific clauses. They streamline the negotiation process, thus reducing associated transaction costs. These contracts provide a holistic view by considering the broader legal landscape, including relevant statutes and case laws, the contract's accompanying documents, and potential areas of contention between parties.
In today's construction landscape, a plethora of standardized contract forms cater to both local and global transactions. Esteemed professional associations, both at the national and international levels, offer these forms. Notable names in this domain include FIDIC, the Institution of Civil Engineers, the Institute of Chemical Engineers, the Joint Contracts Tribunal, the Engineering Advancement Association of Japan, the Civil Engineering Contractors Association, the IA, and the Design Build Institute of America, DBIA. Standard contracts serve as a versatile tool, offering a general framework for risk allocation across various project facets, such as site conditions, investigations, extreme weather events, permits, responsibilities, and potential changes. They delineate the roles, responsibilities, and potential liabilities of each party, touching upon aspects like job performance, organization, time management, guarantees, insurance provisions, potential errors, and payment structures. Each of these contracts embodies a distinct philosophy, focusing on project risk allocation. They also encapsulate best practices for navigating changes, contract terminations, payments, and overall contract administration. Recognizing the dynamic nature of the industry, professional associations periodically refresh their standard contract forms, ensuring they align with evolving best practices and legal frameworks. Several factors influence the choice of a standard contract form. These include the project's delivery method, risk distribution strategies, trade-offs in cost, schedule, and performance, security measures, the owner's involvement level in design and construction, flexibility in making changes during the contract's lifespan, dispute management approaches, and overall familiarity with the contract. Every construction contract, whether based on a standard or bespoke template, must encapsulate certain core elements. These foundational documents identify and allocate project risks and provide a comprehensive overview of the work involved. Key components of these documents include the contract's conditions, both general and specific, technical documentation, schedules, project timelines, and bills of quantities. At its core, the contract lays out the fundamental terms guiding the business relationship between the parties. This encompasses pricing and payment structures, project start and end dates, a detailed scope of work, risk allocation strategies, insurance provisions, procedures for change orders, guidelines for project suspension and abandonment, termination clauses, breach protocols, provisions for liquidated damages, alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, and indemnification clauses. General conditions, potentially supplemented with additional conditions, offer a rulebook of sorts, addressing routine challenges that crop up in construction contracts. These challenges span a wide range, from claims, disputes, and subcontracting nuances to changes, time management, warranties, property protection, insurance nuances, remedies, and termination protocols.
Drawings hold a pivotal role in these contracts. They encompass plans crafted by architects, surveyors, and consulting engineers, detailing site layouts, structural blueprints, mechanical and electrical designs. Additionally, more intricate shop drawings are crafted by contractors, subcontractors, or suppliers and are submitted for validation by the owner or the project's design professional. Any significant deviation from these approved plans is deemed a defect. Specifications, typically accompanying the plans, delve deeper into the materials details, performance benchmarks, and construction methodologies. They bridge any informational gaps not covered by the drawings, encompassing clauses on materials, workmanship, positional data, and, if necessary, prime costs and provisional sums. In design-build contracts, FIDIC uses the term employer's requirements to describe the document that outlines the project's purpose, scope, design, and technical benchmarks. This document serves as the primary reference for the contractor's general obligations. It's meticulously crafted to capture the employer's needs without stifling the contractor's design flexibility and clearly articulates the project's intended purpose. Lastly, remeasurement contracts employ a bill of quantities. This document lists materials and their projected quantities, serving as a reference for contractors during the tender phase. The mutually agreed prices then become the foundation for periodic evaluations of the work completed. If you found this presentation informative, please click that like button and stay updated about new video uploads by clicking the bell icon. We still have a long way to go and cover more diverse topics. Thank you and keep that mind sharp.